As you all know that English demands lots of the information. So today I am going to drop the one inspiring story before you all. A very greatest personality on the planet of Earth you are going to observe, you are going to listen or feel. As you heard a number of the time, the quotation or the statement about the failure's life, about the difficulties, about the problem, about the stumble, factually speaking. This is the very personality who is the combination of everything. Who is the combination on the planet of Earth that how to bounce back into the field, how to revitalize the power of the motivational force. There was a guy who was born in 1809 and his father, when he was about 9 years old, his mother passed away and his father got another married, and at the time what happened, his father became very brutal or cruel regarding his son. His father never allowed to his son to go to the school. He never got his schooling, but he was in dire need of studying. He was in the fond of studying. He studied a lot. He borrowed the many books. He purchased the many books. He went to the library, and then he started working on his brain power. He got self-study, self-education. Factually speaking, he was such kind of the desperate regarding the education system. He was such kind of the desperate, and he was completely lived. He was living in the life of the slavery under the shadow of his father. His father, he was a nominal as a so-called father. He never allowed to the son to go to the school. When he turned 22 years old, he departed himself from the father. His father left him and he got self-study, self-education. Later on, he became the top-notch, a very dangerous, a very amazing and extraordinary lawyer of the world. Nobody was like that in his time. A very amazing lawyer on the planet of the earth. But he was not satisfied from his job. He said that ethically, I'm not able to feel the satisfaction into my heart. Then he studied a lot. He argued, he debated. He was completely against about the apartheid, about the racism, about the discrimination, about the distinguishing, about the whole black and white and brown discrimination and the slavery. Later on what happened, there's such kind of the combination. When I study this man, I feel the aggravated, I feel the emotion of the soul shattering, heart rendering, nerve rendering about this personality. That how to bounce back into the field. This is the very personality. When he started business, he failed twice. In 1832, he lost the job. In 1833, he went to bankrupt. He was hypnotized with the intoxicated eyes girl, and he had gotten married, and Allah blessed him the two sons. When it reached 1835, he lost his beautiful woman. He lost the most nearest and the dearest and the nymphish girl from his life. And in front of his eyes, his two sons died. And after that, in 1835, he went to the depression. After that, somehow he managed to bounce back into the field. In 1854, he started to doing the campaign about his personality. Okay, he lost the election first time. Second time he went over there. He lost the election second time. Third time, eighth time, till the 1856, he lost the election. Eighth time, he was completely desperate to become the greatest leader on the planet of the earth. He was completely greatest. When he lost the election eighth time, his friend came to him and his friend was shedding the tears, bursting the tears that I felt many times. It's my reason, it's my problem. He is saying the problem in front of the one who is the ocean of the problem. So the guy who wrote down on the board one line, he said, this is my failure's life. This is the list of my failure's life. I lost my wife, I lost my job, I went to bankrupt, I lost my 2 sons, I lost my 8 elections, I lost my mother when I was 9, I lost my father. Do you have such kind of a problem? He was completely gobsmacked. That how can people live like that? And he wrote down the one quotation on the board. He said, failure is the experiment. Failure is the experience to experiment to succeed in the life. Finally, after such kind of the ambition to take such kind of the purposeful life, he had a higher objective again to do the campaign. He lost 8 elections in his life, 8 elections consistently. After that, in 1861, he became the 16th president of the America, Abraham Lincoln. I am telling you the story of the Abraham Lincoln. When he became the president of the America in 1861, he went to the Senate and he proclaimed, he addressed the people and he said, I am the slow walker. As you all know that, I am the slow walker, but I never ever walk back in my life. This is the story of the Abraham Lincoln, who became the greatest president of the America. On his name, it's a holiday of the America. So this is the man who said once upon a time, do you know that who changed me? Everybody said, who changed you? He said that a little girl who messaged me that, why don't you grow the beard? If you will have a beard, at the time you will look very mature guy, because the way you speak, it becomes an amazing flabbergasting impression into the mind and the heart. Why don't you grow beard? At the time he grew the beard. At the time you can search and look at the face. So my dear, this is the life. As you heard, what is the best quotation of the Abraham Lincoln is that if someone is giving me 7 hours to cut the tree, I will sharp my axe 6 hours, then I will cut it.